20 classic books which are perfect for beginners as well as for anyone who wants to read more classics. These books are short, easy to read, and you can finish reading them in no time. So let's start. So the first one is Nationalism by Rabindranath Tagore. This is a pretty short book. It's a non-fiction book, but read it. You'll get lots out of it. It's pretty easy to read, and the English is quite simple. And uh, okay, I'll just tell you from the blurb. So during the First World War, Tagore's lectures in Japan and the US critiquing the idea of the nation state led to a mixed response. While the nations of Europe were battling each other, Tagore urged his audiences to eschew political aggressiveness. No, I'm not going to do this. Just read this, okay, because the blurb is not as interesting. Um, the contents is nationalism in the West, nationalism in Japan, and nationalism in India. So you will see the basic differences about our concept of nationalism in these three different I won't say countries, because Japan and India are countries, but as a whole from the West, what were the views of Rabindranath Tagore regarding nationalism in the West. And it's pretty simple to read, it's short, so you can pick it up. I also featured this book in my recent book haul video. I absolutely adore this edition. So the next one is fiction. This is like pretty adventurous, and this is Jules Verne's Around the World in 80 Days, and this is pretty enjoyable, fast-paced, and the two main characters are very fun. You will get to know them, and the banters and everything is so amazing, I would say. So okay, I'll just read out the summary or the blurb of the book. All aboard for a thrilling race against time. Phileas Fogg bets his friends he can circumnavigate the globe in just 80 days. So he sets out from London with his faithful servant Passepartout on an incredible journey, going by train, steamship, sailing boat, sledge, and even elephant. They face many surprises and setbacks along the way. There is no time to lose. Will Phileas make it home before the final hour and win the wager? So like Phileas Fogg, he took a challenge, okay, to travel the world in just 80 days. And during those times, travel was not like what is happening today, what we have now. So he has to travel by train, steamship, sailing boat even, so sledge, and even elephant. So this is pretty exciting. You'll get to see lots of cultural background of different countries. So some specific countries he's traveling, and the first one is India, and it's pretty exciting. You'll get to see what used to happen in our country. Okay, it's very sad also, and you will get to know, and it's pretty easy to read. This looks thick for beginners, but do not do not mind it, because once you start reading this book, you will absolutely love this one. Yeah, so this is the second one. The third is a pretty thin book, and this is called The Canterville Ghost by Oscar Wilde, and this one is perfect for the spooky season. And and this is not actually horror. This is somewhat kind of comedy horror kind of situation. I won't call it horror at all, because was pretty funny, and from what I can remember reading this book years ago, is that a family moves into this haunted house, and the ghost, they are trying their best to to haunt this family. And actually they don't want anyone to come and live in this house, so they are trying their best. But the family members, including the kids, they are not at all afraid. And like it's like they're talking to the ghost, like, we don't care about what you do, like, we are going to stay here. Like, I remember just like that, and it was very fun to read, and it's pretty easy to read. And you can pick up any Oscar Wilde's book or short story collections. Yeah, very easy to read, and you know, they are quite different, and they are quite emotional as well when you read them. You know, they are pretty memorable. So yeah, this is the third book. And the next book is Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling. I have so many editions of this book because I absolutely love this book. The Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling. Yeah. So this is pretty short, and this is about Mowgli, as we all know Mowgli. So this is, yeah, you can see him here. So he grows up among the animals in the jungle, and there are so many things going on. Some animals are not quite, I mean, do not want the best of him. Some are raising him, acting like his parents, his guardian angels, you know. And then some are like they act like you know, friends, but actually they're not thinking the best about him. So many things are going on in here. So read this, it's pretty good, and you will come to hate some characters, you will get to love some characters, you will cry, you will laugh. This is a pretty fun one, so read it. And the next is The Call of the Wild by Jack London. Oh my god, this one, oh my god, I cried while reading this book. This the characterization of the particular dog. Okay, this is about a dog. He was a very spoiled dog, okay, raised by a man with so much love and care, but somehow he got away from his house, or he got kidnapped, I forgot. But the thing is, the dog has to survive in the wild, and how the character of this dog changes is what makes a big difference. And you will love this book, and how he tries to survive the wild. It's amazing, it's gruesome at times, it's really good, it's quite adventurous as well. You know, read this book, it's quite short, it's very easy to read, and it's very fast paced. Yeah, All the While by Jack London. It's my favorite. I'm going to say it's my favorite. It's my favorite for all of these books because they are my favorite, of course, and I gave them 5 stars. Yeah. Okay, the next is Animal Farm by George Orwell, and yeah, this is pretty short as well. So I think if I keep repeating about this one, you must all have known by now what this book is about, but still I will try to sum up in a sentence. So this talks about a world made up by animals, different animals, and how they form a government, how these animals are you know, start to form a society, and different levels of, you know, working classes. So how, you know, the politicians behave when they get power. So this is a very powerful read, I would say. When you read this, you will come to know like at what level you are. That's a trick, what level you are, and how the people you have voted for are acting in a real world when you cast your vote for them. And yeah, you will get to see all of that in this book. Yeah, this is pretty interesting, right? So read this, it is very easy to read. Just read it, just read it. Okay, the next is Siddhartha by Hermann Hesse. This can be quite a slow burn kind of thing, because things might get pretty repetitive at times, but read it, because in our lives when we are confused, we can't call them it's repetitive, why I'm confused, you know, repetitively, because it happens. So that's what it is like clearly shown here in this book. Because this is about a boy who grew up in a very, you know, well-to-do family with lots of tutors, and he has you know, he has a chance to get everything he wants. But the thing is that he is not at all happy, his soul is not satisfied, I guess. So he thinks he is born for a greater purpose, so he starts to navigate, and how he navigates and all that, and what are his thought process about our human life. So you can get to learn from this. Yeah, This is one pretty edition. I love it. And then the next is The Sacred Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. And Sacred Garden, I love it, I love it, I love it. So I want you to read this because there is a particular friendship in this book that you will cherish. Okay, I will not talk much about this one. Get to know who the friends are. Of course, it is going to feature the main character here. And yeah, this is not a very young children's book, as how you can see from here, but it is about, like, you know, for children who are above 8 years. Okay, so and you will pretty enjoy this book when you are a teenager and above. So yeah, absolute gem. Read this book, it's pretty memorable, I would say. The next is Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. So you must have known about this book by now because it is everywhere, every day, in every social media. So this talks about a guy who has been working pretty hard all his life, and one day he suddenly turns into a big insect, and what happens after that and how it affects his life, how it affects his family members and to everyone he knows. And we actually love this book because it gives us the real opportunity to reflect on our lives, introspect on what we feel and what we are doing. So yeah, please read this, you will absolutely love this. And please reread this book. You know, you can reread this book every year or maybe every decade, because as you grow older, your perspectives on life will change, on your perspectives on different things will change. So yeah, this book will have a different meaning every time you reread this book. Yeah, I absolutely adore this book. Then the next book is The Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank. This is, of course, a non-fiction book. This is this is a compilation of the diary entries by Anne Frank during World War II. We all know what this book is about, so I won't go into much details on this book. So please read it. I absolutely love this edition from the Penguin Select Classics. So yeah, please read this. Pick it up. Give this book. Pick up this book like anytime you can, because there are lots to take from this book every time you pick up this book, and one time read is not enough at all. Yeah, read this book. Okay, the next book is the Story of Dr. Dolittle by Hugh Lofting. I absolutely adore this edition. This is an edition from Pan Macmillan. Okay, this is about a doctor, about an older doctor who has been, you know, a physician most of his life, but he can understand what the different animals are talking, and he can understand, yeah, what the animals are talking to each other as well. So this is his adventure with all the animals. So read this, you'll get to learn lots of things about life. You'll get to learn about the things happening in the wild as well. So yeah, read this book. Is pretty, you know, eye-opening. Yeah, read this book, it's very fun. The next is Little Princess by Frances Hodgson Burnett. This is the second book by the author I featured in this video. So this is about a spoiled young girl whose father gave everything to her, whatever she wanted, but as life went on, yeah, unfortunate events happened, and she had to, you know, go through very, you know, days of difficulties. And yeah, read this book, it's very emotional. What I really appreciate about this book is that how the character development is like it's amazing. How the character turned out to be is really amazing. So read this book. Oh my god, I cannot tell for the life of me the perfect story summary of each of these books, but please read this book. Okay, a little princess. At times you will learn to see how some people, in the name of charity, in the name of you know, I will just say charity, or organization, in the name of organization, of uplifting the downtrodden and the vulnerable, they are taking advantage. So there are lots of things going on in here, and you will learn how lucky we are to have a roof on our head, over our heads, and then food, fresh drinking water, and all that. So yeah, read this book. You will learn to appreciate more about your life. So yeah, read this book. Amazing. Then the next is The Little Women. I took lots of time in picking up this book, and I regret it. So I read this book last year. So Little Women, this, I think this is only the first part of the book. The first part of the book, you can read only the first part of the book. If you want the complete first and second part of the book, you can get that edition from Maple Classics or from Fingerprint Classics publishing houses. So yeah, this one is from Vintage, not Vintage, sorry, this is from Puffins Classics. So this story, as we all know, this story is about four siblings. So they are raised, they are being raised by their mother while their father is away at war. So they have little to eat, but they have little to eat. They have two less, and they are surviving. They are supporting each other, and these four sisters, their characters are totally different, and they have their different you know, what to say, yeah, interest. They have different interests, they have different things going on in their lives. They're growing up from very young girls to the teenage years. So this one is pretty good, and a little bit of romance. I won't call it romance, okay, like little bit of crushes here and there, and then you'll get to see like you know, the difference between first love and genuine admiration. So yeah, and a mother-daughter relationship and the siblings relationship. Yeah, it's so well written, I would say, and it's quite emotional as well. So yeah, but you expect a very satisfying ending. That's why I love it more. So please pick up this book. It's amazing, it's written very well, it's very easy to read as well. So yeah, character development is really good. And the next one is Pinocchio, The Adventures of Pinocchio, just Pinocchio, okay, by Carlo Collodi. So this is about you know, a wooden puppet built by Geppetto, by a guy called Geppetto. So this wooden puppet comes to life, and so this is about adventures after the wooden puppet called Pinocchio comes to life. Okay, so read it. It's fun, I would say. It's fun, so just read it. Then okay, the next is Christmas Carol. Oh my god. Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. Okay, Christmas is a few months away, but yeah, just pick up this book, or you can read it during the time because it's really fun. I picked up this book during last month's Christmas season time. Okay, so yeah, I watched the movie also, Netflix adaptation, which came out last year, and it was pretty fun. And I cried my eyes out, and while reading this book also I cried my eyes out, because this is about a guy who collects you know, this Scrooge. Okay, he is a very wealthy guy, but all his life he has worked on taking taxes or collecting money from everyone. So he's a bit of a loner as well, and he doesn't attend any of the social events, he doesn't socialize with anyone. All he thinks about is money, money, money all his life. And what changed that his attitude? Totally amazing. Okay, and It's life-changing. Okay, you should read this book. You should read this book, and you know, let this book change your perspective on life, and our false uh, ideas on money and wealth. Yeah, read this book. I love it. Then the next is Haiti by Jonas Perry. Oh my god, I love this book. Oh my god, I cried, I laughed, and all that. Okay, this is about a little orphan girl who has been sent to a far off area, okay, to be raised, and she's quite a loner. But the thing is, she is a very bubbly, happy child, and she is very playful, she is very talkative, and then she lights up everywhere she goes, and all the adults love her. And this is about a story of friendship as well. And then I just love it. You need to read it. Okay, this girl will change your life. Okay, this little girl, oh my god, I just love her. Please read this book. Okay, the next is Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson. My god, this book surprised me. This is quite adventurous, but the thing is, it is quite thrilling as well. I read it like a thriller. Yeah, okay. I didn't expect it. Okay, I thought it would be like a period kind of story. Yeah, you will get to see pirates and all that. Not actually. So do not expect anything when you pick up this book. But this is a story about a boy whose father died. Okay, and then not spoilers, okay. So Treasure Island, so this the father, he used to know about some kind of treasure in a particular island. So after his death, so people were going to attack him and his mother. And but the thing is that if they kill the child, or if something happens to the child, they will not know about this treasure. So they brought this the boy along with them for this treasure hunt. Okay, and it's quite thrilling. And I hated all the adult characters. Okay, they were men. Okay, they were ruthless, they were obnoxious. So read this, how the boy using his wit and charm, like, handles all these situations, all these kind of situations with all these obnoxious adults with him, okay, around him. Okay, so read this book. It is quite fun and adventurous, and this looks thick, but the once you start reading it, you won't know like how it ended so soon. Okay, read this. So the next book is A Room of One's Own by Virginia Woolf. It's quite short, but take your time, and do not worry if you take your time, because this is non-fiction, and Virginia Woolf writes about how women authors could not publish their own books, and if they had to publish their own books, they had to write under a pseudonym. Okay, like using a male name. So yeah, it's pretty unfortunate, but how they started as authors. Then what's amazing is that A Room of One's Own. Okay, there are some amazing lines, paragraphs on how she talks about women to be independent, to be independent, and you know, women to start earning, to be self-sufficient. Okay, so that's why this one is a very good book, and you should read it. The way she writes, you know, like, it's pretty amazing. So this is short, but take your time, and do not feel guilty when you take your time reading the short book, thinking that it is short, and you assume that you won't take time. Do not worry about it. Take your time, one page at a time maybe. Okay, so but please do read it. This is popular for a reason, and I absolutely love this edition. Yeah. Then the next is okay, the next is Stories on Caste by Premchand. So yeah, I have different collections of Premchand in this edition, similar editions, but this one is on Stories on Caste. I think it has around 10 short stories on caste. Yeah, 10 short stories on caste. And in some other video, I will feature all of these books, all the books in this series. So this one is on caste, and yeah, I love his writing, and you will get to see the injustices done towards people belonging to lower caste. So you get to read those um, all those things in their stories, and they are quite well written and they are very short. You will enjoy them thoroughly, like, and they are unforgettable. So they are very nice, and you will think, you will know that some of these things are still happening today. Yeah, that's the thing. So please read it. And then the last one for today's book recommendation is Untouchable by Mul Prachanan. This is also in the same vein as the previous one. So this is about the story of two children, particularly about a boy who belongs to lower caste, and how the others behave towards him, and what the child has to go through, okay, just because that he belongs to a lower caste. So Untouchable by Mul Prachanan, please read this. I love this edition. I love this book. It will break your heart, you'll cry, and what's sad is that all these things are still happening today, and it's pretty sad. Please read this, okay? Please read this. I would like to recommend more Indian books, more Indian classics, more Indian literature to all the readers and to the new beginners as well. So yeah, that's all for today. I have done means like I have read lots of classics, but still there are lots of classics that I still want to read. There are so many authors, when you begin to explore the world of classics, it's never ending, okay? And you'll be very happy about it, because once you start enjoying classics, it's another world, another world opens up to you, and you have got to explore them, and it's never ending. I will repeat, okay? So that's all for today. Please like and subscribe and share this video as well, because people are always looking for good book recommendations, and yeah, what's better than classics? Short, readable, easily digestible classics. Yes, and you can give them as you can give these books, okay, in all kinds of occasions, okay, because book gifting should be normalized, okay? That's all I want to say today. So thank you. See you next time. Bye.